Hello teachers, learners, and parents. Sir Jeff po, at your service. Alam nyo ba na meron tayong website na tinatawag na DepEd Commons? Ang DepEd Commons ay binuo upang gawing accessible ang pagtuturo at pag-aaral dito sa ating bansa gamit lamang ang inyong mga smart devices gaya ng cellphones, tablets, at computers. Dito ay maaari nating ma-access ang iba't ibang learning materials mula sa Department of Education. Meron itong mga interactive materials, electronic self-learning modules, at instructional video lessons mula sa DepEd TV na tiyak na makatutulong sa pag-aaral ng mga mag-aaral galing ka man sa public o private school. Walang problema dahil welcome ang lahat dito. Para ito sa mga guro, magulang at mga mag-aaral mula sa kinder hanggang grade 12, alternative learning system o ALS, at pati na rin ang special education. At huwag kang mag-alala dahil kahit walang load ay maaari mong ma-access ang mga learning materials. Tama, libre ito. Ang kailangan mo lamang gawin ay i-on ang iyong data at buksan lamang ang iyong browser at i-type ang commons.deped.gov.ph. Alam na ba ng iyong mga kasamahang guro o mag-aral ang tungkol sa DepEd Commons? I-share mo na ang video na ito upang matuto rin sila kung paano gagamitin ang DepEd Commons sa mabilis at napakadaling paraan. Muli, ito po si Sir Jeff at kita-kits po tayo sa DepEd Commons. Paalam!
Magandang araw! Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETULay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETULay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng ICTS Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na Pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETULay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Alright, so magandang hapon sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa FB Live ng EdTech Unit, sa Facebook at sa YouTube. Yung ating mga unang nag-comment, si Janela Bellarmino, Leo Pedregosa at Mary Ann Angles Bacok. Yan, magandang hapon sa mga kapwa-guro, sa mga estudyante, sa mga magulang or household partners ng mga teachers ng DepEd. Alright, so last week, si Tutor Mark ay nagturo about percentage, base, and rate. At makikita nyo sa ating maliit, okay, na whiteboard, pero functional yan, okay, ang magic triangle. Okay, so paano ba nagpa-function ang magic triangle na to? So we can see from this triangle that, okay, percentage or the variable P is equal to base times rate. While the variable B or base must be equal to percentage over rate. And lastly, the variable R or rate is equal to percentage over base. Okay. Saan ba nagagamit ang concept ng percentage, base, and rate? Isang magandang example ay yung ating pagbabayad sa jeep. Diba, mga estudyante yung iba sa atin? Magkano nga ang diskwento na binibigay sa mga commuter na estudyante? Sige nga, ilang percent ang discount na binibigay para sa mga estudyante at maging sa mga kababayan nating PWD or persons with disabilities? Ilan? Wala pa yatang sumagot. Hello? May kausap ba ako? Ilang percent? Nakalimut na yata or wala pang experience mag-commute? Okay, so, para lang maalala ng iba or ng nating lahat, ayun, tama si Ma'am Elizabeth Espinoza, 20%. Okay? So, 20%. Okay? So, ano yung word na sinabi ko kanina? Or tinanong kong, yung word na tinanong ko, discount or discount. So, ang 20%, yan ang tinatawag na discount rate. Okay? And, saan natin siya pwedeng ipwesto sa ating magic triangle? Since this is the discount rate, well, ang kanyang perfect spot ay para dito sa place ng R. So, dito yung ating discount rate. Okay? Now, magkano naman ang minimum fare natin? Sige nga po. Magkano ang minimum fare natin ngayon? Dito kasi sa amin sa Mabalacat, I think 10 pesos na yata mula sa 8 pesos dati. Sa inyo po, magkano ang ating minimum fare ngayon? Wala sumasagot. Okay. O, yun. 10 pesos. Tama. Nag-agree sa akin si Jacqueline Pahutag. Okay. So, yung 10 pesos, yan, medyo magulo lang ng konti ang ating whiteboard kasi maliit. So, ang 10 pesos, yan ang minimum fare. So, dyan, kukuhanin yung 20% discount. Ibig sabihin, kung ito yung pagkukuhanan ng 20%, so this just means that yung 10 pesos, yan yung ating base. Okay? So, ibig sabihin yan yung fare. Or pwedeng we can say na yan yung original amount. Okay? That we have to pay kung hindi naman tayo discounted. Or hindi tayo estudyante, hindi tayo PWD. Okay? So, kung estudyante ka at you can enjoy a 20% discount, magkano na lang ang babayaran mo kay manong driver? So, ibig sabihin, what is 20% of 10 pesos? I mean, magkano pala yung discount? Diskwento muna pala. Okay? Magkano yung discount na makukuha mo if you will be enjoying 20% discount? So, magbabawas tayo ng 2 pesos. So, 20% times 10. So, we can see here in this solution na we are multiplying rate and base. Pagaya ng na-indicate dito sa magic triangle natin. So, base times rate or sa case na to, original amount of the fare, original fare, times the discount rate. So, that will give us, okay, 2 pesos. Ibig sabihin, yan ang diskwento mo. And that is what we call the discount. So, yan yung diskwento or discount. 2 pesos. Okay? So, hindi pa tapos yung kwento. So, may diskwento ka na. So, ibig sabihin, magkano na lang ang babayaran mo kay manong driver? May sumagot na doon, si Jenville Robert. 8 pesos. Tama. So, ibig lang sabihin yan, meron tayong tinatawag na discounted fare. Okay? So, how do we compute for the discounted fare or the new price, okay, that we have to pay? So, meron tayong ima-minus yan, syempre. Yung buo, ima-minus dun sa ibabawas or dun sa discount. So, we have the original amount or original fare subtracted by the discount. So, we have 10 pesos minus 8 pesos. Okay? 10 pesos minus 2 pesos. Kaya naging 8 pesos. Okay, so we proceed. So, erase ko muna ito ng mabilis. So, we're going to apply percentage base and rate. Okay? Sa problems involving discount. So, we have to be familiar with the following terms muna. So, again, we have the discount or D. O, yan yung ibinabawas sa dapat, okay, nababayaran natin. Or, sabi doon sa pivot module natin, pages 17 to 21, week 4, okay, mathematics 6, it is a decrease in the price of an item. So, it refers to the amount to be deducted from the original price. So, yan ang ibabawas sa original price or original amount nung service or product na inavail natin. So, we have another term which is original price. Okay. Sa ibang reference, ang original price ay also called marked price or based on sa definition, it is also known as the regular price. Okay. So, our shortcut will be OP. Okay. Then, we have discount rate. Okay? So, ang discount rate, yan yung, okay, Nag-i-indicate kung ilang percent ang ibabawas dun sa original price. Okay, so kanina 20% yung ating discount rate. Okay, binawas natin dun sa 10 peso fare yung 20%. So this is ER. Okay, so after natin makuha yung discount by multiplying discount rate and original price, okay, we are going to compute next for the price that we have to pay. Or we can call that as sale price. Okay? Or SP. Okay, so ang SP or sale price can also be termed as discounted price. So yun nga, ang babayaran after nang ma-deduct yung diskwento dun sa original price. So we have here an equation. So we have sale price or SP equals original price minus discount. So this is a formula or an equation that we have to remember. And of course, we do not forget that we can also apply here the magic triangle. So this time, ang percentage hindi na siya P, but it will be the discount. Kasi ang discount nanggaling naman yan sa OP or original price. So it means that discount is just a part of original price. And what is that part? Okay? That will be indicated by the discount rate. Okay? So this magic triangle here, D sa taas, DR at OP sa baba. Okay? This means that discount equals discount rate times original price. Then, we can also compute, okay, the discount rate by dividing D, or the discount, by original price. And lastly, we can compute for the original price by dividing the discount by the discount rate. Alright? So we have to remember lang yung positioning ng mga variables natin, and we have to use the magic triangle. Okay, let's have an example of a word problem where we can apply this concept. So babasahin ko yung ating example number 1 sa page 17. A dress was sold for 500 pesos at a 16% discount. How much is the discount, or how much can be saved, and how much is the sales? Okay, we're going to use the term sale price instead of selling price para mag-stick tayo dun sa ating mga terminology. So, how much is the sale price? Okay. Bukurin ko muna to. Anyway, we can have a replay of this episode mamaya. Okay. So, dun sa given problem, we have the amount which is 500 pesos. Okay? And another quantity stated there is yung 16%, okay, discount. Now, based on the question, okay, malalaman natin anong klaseng mga quantity ito. So, ang hinahanap doon sa question ay magkano daw yung discount. So, D is unknown. And magkano din daw yung sale price. So, SP is unknown. Okay. So, obviously, ang 16%, yan ang, okay, discount rate. Okay. So, unknown ang discount, given ang discount rate. So, most probably, or certainly, the 500 peso, okay, amount here is the original price. So, yan yung original price ng damit na binibenta. Pero may kasamang discount na 16%. So, to identify the value of D, we will simply multiply, okay, 500 pesos by 16%. So, when we multiply, we convert the percent into decimal. So, ano ang decimal form ng 16%? Sige nga, viewers, learners, and parents, and teachers. Ano ang decimal form ng 16%? It is 0.16 or 1600s. Ayan, tama si Sofia Bagasan. So, what is 500 pesos times 0.16? So, this will be equal to 80 pesos. So, ibig sabihin, ang masisave ng buyer kapag bili niya yung dress ay 80 pesos. So, magkano lang ang kanyang babayaran? So, we have to subtract the original price, which is 500, to the given discount, which is 80 pesos. So, may sumagot na kanina na 420. So, very good. yung nag-comment ng 420 ang sale price. Okay. Now, let's try to answer naman this time. Okay. Medyo bibilis natin kasi marami tayong kailangan discuss na concept. So, dito sa learning task 1, ang ating table 1 ay about sa category na to. May discount, may rate of discount or discount rate, may discount, and sale price. And by the way, para again hindi tayo malilito, ang selling price dito, you should change the label into original price or pwede namang regular price. Okay? Para hindi tayo malilito kung ano nga ba yung selling price. Ano yung sale price? So, ang selling price dito should be labeled as original price. Okay? So, or OP. So, we're going to answer item number, isa lang muna. Item number 2. Okay? Sa item number 2, okay, given are the original price and the rate of discount or discount rate, and we have to determine the discount and the sale price. Okay, so, ulitin natin. Sulat natin sa board para nakikita ninyo. So, we have the original price in item number 2, 550 pesos, and the discount rate or DR is 35%. Okay, so we're going to compute for discount and for the sale price. So, again, if you want to remember how to do things involving these variables, right? Remember natin na ang nasa taas ay yung discount, tapos nasa baba ang original price at ang discount rate. So, parang ano no, we can have a name for this. D-drop. Okay? D-drop. Mauna yung D, tapos drop yung sa baba. So, D-drop. Okay. Now, so we have to multiply this, to compute the discount, multiply natin yung 550 by 35%. Or, in symbols, we have 550 times 0.35. Yan. So, ano ang sagot? So, we can use our calculator or we can use our paper and pen to compute for it manually. So, ako magmamanual muna tayo. Manual muna ako. So, 550 times 0.35 or para may technique, para mas mabilis, I can simply multiply muna 55 and 55. So we have 25, and then 25 again, then 27, and 15, and then 16. Then we add the partial product. So we have, and then we add 0. And then, pagaya ng tinuro ni Teacher Joshua kanina, if there are decimal places sa factors, we have to reflect that sa product. Dalawa ang may ang decimal places natin sa second factor. So we have 1, 2. So it means 192.50. Tama yung mga nag-comment ng 192.5 or 192.50. Yan ang ating discount. 192 pesos and 50 centavos. Now, we can do this mentally naman. So, magkano ang sale price or magkano babayaran mo? So we have to subtract naman this time yung original price sa discount. So 550 minus 192.50. Okay, may sumagot si John Jeff Solomon Sarmiento, 379.50. Kaya lang yung iba, hindi parehas ang isinagot. Tingnan natin. So malalaman natin ngayon. So we will subtract. So 550 pesos minus 192 pesos and 50 centavos. So we cannot subtract immediately because yung minuend natin ay parang whole number siya, no? Kasi wala siyang decimal number. So we can make it a decimal number or we can include decimal numbers pero we'll just put zeros. Okay? Para hindi nagbago yung value. So 550 can be written as 550.00. Okay, then we can subtract now. So 0 minus 0 is 0. Then we have to regroup because 0 minus 5, that will give us a negative result. So we have to regroup. So this will be 4, this will be 9, and this will be 10. Oh, sorry. Yes, 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 2 is 7. 4, okay, the group again. This will be 4. And then 14. Minus 5, 5. Yan. So 357.50. So tama naman yata yung binigay kanina ni, ano yung nakita kay Ma'am Jacqueline Pahutag, yung nakita ko kanina. 357.50. So yan ang ating sagot. Sa learning task, item 2. So yung discount ay ito, 192 pesos and 50 centavos, and the sale price is 357 pesos and 50 centavos. Okay. Now, I think item number 3 is an interesting item. Sige, discuss natin. Para isa na lang ang inyong sasagutin sa learning task 1, table 1. So this time, binigay ang original price as indicated in the table. It is 1,550 pesos. So may 0.00 yan. And the discount, okay, is 697.50. Okay, so we are to compute for discount rate and the sale price. Okay, so sale price ulit, pero this time, discount rate naman ang hahanapin. So again, ang ating triangle will help us recall what to do. So ano nga yung ating binigay na parang acronym? DROP. So D sa taas, tapos DR at OP sa baba. So DROP kasi tumutuloy yung pawis ko ngayon. Joke lang. Okay, so DROP. So, discount rate is the first one that we have to compute. Okay, so DR. So, it should be equal, cover natin yung DR. So, it should be equal to D over OP. So, discount over original price. So, discount over original price. So, ibig lang sabihin, i-divide natin, okay, ang 697.50 by 1,550 pesos. Yan. So since these numbers are of the same unit, we can cancel the unit. Okay? So ibig sabihin, ang magiging sagot natin hindi na amount of money in pesos, but it should be a decimal or could be renamed as percent. Okay? So I think we can use calculator para mabilis tayo. So, wait lang. Let me access my calculator here. Parang wala. Ito, meron. Yan. So, you can use your calculator since ang EdTech naman din ay pinopromote ang Casio. Okay. So, Casio calculator, help me out. So, 697.50 divided by 1,550. Sige nga. What did you get as the answer for the discount rate? 45%. Okay, yung medyo siguro nagkamali din pagkakasulat, 0.45%. Okay. So if your calculator, okay, displays this number. So this is the decimal form of the answer. It is not yet the one that is in percent form. So para maging percent form siya, we will simply multiply this by 100 and then percent. Diba? 100% is just 1. Ibig sabihin, we are just renaming, changing the form but not the value. So this will be equal to, since this is multiplying by 100, just simply move the decimal point 2 places to the right. So magiging 45. Then we affix a percent sign. So 45%. So tama. Okay? Palapakan niyo yung mga sarili niyo kayo manakakuha ng tamang sagot. So itong last na nakita ko may tamang sagot si Brix Arky Gonzalez. Yan. Ayun, medyo advanced yata mag-isip si Jerilyn. Meron na siyang sagot sa SP. Okay. So syempre ang SP will just prompt us to subtract two quantities. Yung original price at yung discount. So which are already given naman sa table number 1, item number 3. So subtract natin. So 1,550. So let's use calculator again. Again, pinapromote ko lang po ang Casio. Hindi ako nagiging tamada sa teacher. Okay, so tama si yung, sino ba yung, ayan, si Ninya din ba? Okay. Tama din si Miss Ninya Villaroya. 852 pesos and 50 centavos ang sagot for the SP on table number 1, item number 2. Alright, so, okay, we'll conclude our discussion on discount, discount rate, and sale price sa item na to. Let's move on to mark up. Okay, so mark up. So, ngayon, di ba, uso na yung ating, uso na yung pagiging negosyante kahit sa online lang. So, marami sa ating mga naging online sellers. So, kapag online seller ka, syempre ang gusto mo ay mag-profit yung negosyo mo. So, kumita para hindi ka mabankrupt, hindi ka, tawag dito, mawalan ng kita. Kaya, dyan pumapasok ang konsepto ng markup. Okay? So, markup. So, ano ba yung involved dito? Pag sabi kasi markup, yan yung increase in the price. Ano yung price na yun? That will be the cost. Okay? Kumbaga, yan yung pinuhunan mo to buy the item. So, for example, kung nagbebenta ka ng calculator, ito na Casio, namuhunan ka ng 2,000 per calculator. Siyempre, gusto mo may kita ka kapag nag-resell ka ng calculator. So let's say, yung calculator, yung cost nun ay 2,000. Okay, so wala akong basehan para dyan, hindi ko kasi alam yung mga presyuhan ng calculator. So let's say 2,000. So yun yung cost, yun yung parang puhunan mo. So you will think, magkano kaya ang pwede kong ipatong? Okay? Yung patong mo, yung profit mo for that particular item. So, kapag kasi nagma-markup ka, kino-consider mo yung, pwede yung delivery fee, yung gas, pa-deliver mo, ano pa, yung biniyahe mo para makuha yung item. So let's say, reasonable na siguro yung, let's say, ano ba? Let's say 500. Yan. Hindi ko alam kung okay yung markup. So, let's say ang markup ay 500. Ibig sabihin, magkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag na markup rate at yung selling price. Okay? So, selling price, yun yung sisingilin mo doon sa bibili ng calculator, okay, mo, na binibenta mo. So, yung selling price, of course, will be equal to the cost plus markup. Okay, so, by the way, lagyan natin ng variable yan. So, C is for cost, M is for markup, and then yung selling price will also be SP. So, selling price will be equal to cost plus markup. So, this time, nag-a-add na tayo. Kanina kasi nag-subtract tayo to get the sale price, or tama, sale price. So, 2,000 plus 500 is, of course, madali lang i-add yan, 2,500. So, yan yung ating selling price, okay? For the Casio calculator na ibibenta mo sana. Okay, next. How do we compute for markup rate? So, again, nakita natin yung word na rate. So, ibig sabihin, this is in percent. Okay, usually in percent form. So, how do we get the markup rate? So, markup rate will be equal to markup yung pinatong mo dun sa cost. Okay, so ibig sabihin markup over cost. Yan. So, markup rate equals markup over cost. Yan. So, given this equation that shows the relationship between these three quantities, we can again construct another magic triangle. So, both sa PRB tsaka DITRA, we will have another magic triangle. Since nakikita natin na yung markup rate will be equal to the quotient of two quantities, ibig sabihin lang yan, isa dito ang nasa taas. Ibig sabihin yung nasa taas ay yung dividend, which is yung markup. Okay? So, markup is M. And then, cost will be here. And definitely, yung markup rate ay, let's say this is yung MR. So, MR, yung ating symbol for markup rate. So, ibig sabihin, we have M over MR and then C. So, markup should then be equal to markup rate times cost. And cost should be equal to markup over markup rate. So, apply natin yung triangle na ito dito sa ating example. So, how do we compute for markup rate niya? So, divide natin yung markup by the cost. So, 500 over 2,000. So, 500 over 2,000. Yan. So, may fastest finger sa atin. Ano ang naging sagot? 500 over 2,000. Hindi sure si Cyrus Jedrick Plirag, no? So, hindi nga magiging tama na 4. Kasi parang 2,000 divided by 500 yung na-compute natin pag gano'n. So, para mas madaling itong gawin, we can cancel the number of zeros that is common to both numbers. So, meron kong dalawang zeros, si 500. Ibig sabihin, we can also cancel the 2 zeros sa divisor ng 2,000. So, magiging 5 over 20 na lang. Which means, tinuro ni Sir Mark to kanina, how to reduce fraction to lowest term. So, what is the simplest form of 5 over 20? It is 1/4. Yan. So, 1/4. Ibig sabihin, 1/4, ano yung 1/4 ng 100%? Okay, ibig sabihin, 25%. Or 1 over 4 is 0.25 and it is renamed as 25%. Yan. I do not hate math. We should love math naman para ma-attract natin. Okay. So, 25%. So, 25% ang ating markup rate. Reasonable na ba yun? So, ganun kataas? Mataas ba ang 25% na markup rate? Okay, so, yun ang markup rate natin sa pagpatong ng 500 pesos sa calculator na binili natin for 2,000 pesos. Okay, now let's answer some of the items. So, table 2 na tayo. Sa items 4 to 6 ng learning task 1. So, we have 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's say, sagutin natin yung 5. Add number lang muna tayo. So, number 5. Again, pasensya na kung maliit yung whiteboard natin. Next time, hopefully, mas malaki yung ating magiging whiteboard. So, we have 550 pesos. Okay. Wow, parang parehas lang no, dun sa table number 1. Anyway, so iba naman kasi yung context dito. So, 550 pesos ang ating original price, while 35% yung ating markup rate. Okay? Markup rate is 35%, and then original price. Oh, by the way, pag sinabing original price, doon sa kanina kasi wala itong original price discussion ko. Ito yung tinatawag din nating cost. So, original price and cost are two the same thing. Okay? Sa context ng markup. Okay. So, let's recall the triangle nga. We have markup over markup rate tapos cost. So, MMRC. Okay? MMRC. Kung saan ang G doon, no? GMRC. So, wala. M talaga dapat. So, MMRC. Okay. So, how do we compute for the markup or the variable M? Okay. So, this triangle tells us that to compute for markup or the variable M, we will simply multiply markup rate and cost. So, yun yung dalawang binigay naman sa table. So, markup rate, 35%, and cost, 550. So, we have 35% times 550 pesos. Okay, so ano yung magiging sagot natin? 35% of 550. Sino ang mga nakapagsagot na sa atin? Yung ating mga Okay, may sagot na si Patch Keytads. Wait, tama ba? Okay. Yan ba yung sagot niya sa tanong ko? 742.50? O hindi naman sa tanong ko yan? Okay, so yung iba, ang majority, parang, okay. I think this is what is already computed kanina, no? 35% ng 550 is 192 pesos and 50 centavos. Okay, so medyo nag-aalangan ako. So again, I will use the calculator. So 550 times 0.35. Ayan, so tama, 192.50. So this is the markup. Ibig sabihin, ito yung ito yung magiging kita mo doon sa item na pinatungan mo ng ganitong amount. So, let's say, ang item na yun ay cortina. Yan. So, ba, cortina, bibenta ka ng cortina for, ang cost nun ay 550 or the original amount. So, patungan mo ng 102.50 para may profit ka. And, what should be the selling price then? Okay, selling price. This, kanina kasi sa table 1, sale price, nagma-minus tayo. This time, mag-a-add. Kaya pala meron tayong nakikita ang 742.5. Nag-advance sila ng sinagot. That will be the selling price. Do you agree? So pag nag-add tayo, 550 plus 1 and 2.50 should be, okay, yes, you're correct. 742 pesos and 50 centavos. Ayan. So, kapag business person ka or business-minded ka, medyo marami kang consider din, no? Hindi lang yung sarili mo. You also have to consider yung mga potential customers mo. Kung attractive ba yung price, hindi ba siya too expensive na hindi nila ma-avail yung product na binibenta mo. Okay? So that will be the example pa natin sa markup. So item number 5, so you will be the one to answer 4 and 6. Okay? Next. So after markup, so profit yung kanina, no? This time naman, pag-usapan natin yung mga yung mga sumusweldo pero based on commission. Ibig sabihin, kapag wala silang naibenta or walang nag-avail ng service na in-offer nila, wala silang kikitain. Or pwede ding mga employees sila pero may dagdag silang kikitain kung makakabenta sila ng service or product. So yun ang concept naman ng commission or commission. Sa mga teachers, ano yung nagiging commission natin? Consummation. Okay. Commission. So again, minsan may mga aggressive nga no, na sales representatives. Kasi nga, dito lang sila umaasa para meron silang kitain or ito yung pang-motivate nila para lumaki yung kanilang nauuwing pera sa family nila. So commission. So how is this computed? So, meron tayong tinatawag na total sales. This is according to the pivot module that I'm referring to. Or sa ibang references, ang total sales will just be the tawag dito, original price or selling price. Let me just review. So ang total sales could also be the marked price. Okay. Yan. So total sales is the marked price or the selling price. So again, ang total sales, yan yung presyo ng service or product, okay, na binibenta ng isang sales representative. Pwedeng kotse, pwedeng lupa't bahay or lupa lang. Okay? Next. So we also have what is called commission rate. Yan. So kung ikaw mag-apply ka ng trabaho at nakikita mo yung commission rate ay mataas-taas naman at mataas naman din yung pagkukuha ng amount, which is the tawag dito, total sales. Pwede mo siguro i-grab din yung opportunity to earn. Okay. So, of course, we also have the commission. So pag nabawas yung commission, that is now what we call sales proceed. Or sale proceed yata. Sale proceeds. Or pwede rin tinatawag na net proceeds. Okay, netto kasi may ibinawas ka. So again, what is the relationship of these four quantities? Okay. So ang commission, okay, yan ay nakukuha kapag nag-multiply tayo ng dalawang quantities. Siyempre, commission or the variable C for this context should be equal to total sales, PS na lang, times the commission rate, CR. Yan. So, commission or C must be equal to total sales times the commission rate or CR. So, for example, sa linya ka ng kotse, yun ang product na binibenta mo. Let's say ang binibenta mong product ay worth 1 million pesos. So, let's deal with easy numbers muna. So, 1 million pesos. So, 1 million ang kotse na binibenta mo. Okay? And let's say, ang commission na binibigay sa iyo ng company when you have when you are able to sell their products is ano ba? 30%. Yan. So, pwede na siguro, no? Kasi, what is 30% of 1 million? So, medyo malaki-laki niya rin siguro yun, no? What is 30% of 1 million? Yun yung magiging commission mo. Yun yung magiging kita mo na pwede mong iuwi sa family mo. So, ano yung 30% ng 1 million? Okay. You're welcome, Ms. Helen Sales 7. Thank you for appreciating the effort of EdTech Unit. And speaking of EdTech Unit, batiin natin si Sir Mark ng happy birthday. Okay, so ngayon ang kanyang, I don't know kung ilang taon na siya. Okay, birthday niya ngayon. Okay. So ano nga ang 30%? Going back. 30% ng 1 million. Hindi ba masyadong mababa kung 300 lang? Oh, 30%. Di ba this is 0.30 or 0.3 sa decimal. So ibig sabihin, when you multiply this by 0.3, parang mag-aalis sila ng isang zero. So that will leave us 100,000, tama? And then times 3. So 30% times 100,000 or 0.3 times 1 million pesos should be equal to, yes, tama. Pero hindi ko ganun nababasa kasi walang separator. 300,000 pesos. So tama si Miss Bernadette Molina Pajo. Okay? So 300,000. So yung magiging kita mo for that particular moment na nakabenta ka ng kotseng worth 1 million. So, the commission is 300,000 pesos. So, not bad. Malaking kita na yan. Kung hindi ka na siguro magbenta for how many days, pwede ka na mag-survive. Now, so paano naman yung sale proceeds? So kung may napunta sa'yo, dapat meron ding mapunta dun sa company. So how do we compute for that? So dahil net proceeds nga din ang tawag dito, ibig sabihin, meron tayong ibabawas. So ang sale proceeds ay equal sa total sales minus commission. So total sales minus commission. So total sales, magkano ba yung nabentang kotse ni ahente or agent? 1 million. Magkano nakuha niyang commission? 300,000. So ibig sabihin, magkano po ang mapupunta sa company? Magkano mapupunta sa company kapag nakuha mo na yung commission? Siyempre, may iwan sa kanila yung, tama si Jerilyn, 700,000 pesos. So yun yung magiging sale proceeds, 700,000 pesos. Okay. Now, meron pa tayong kailangan din, okay, tandaan dito. So we can also have here a triangle showing the relationship between the three variables, namely commission, total sales, and commission rate. So kanina, we wrote an equation, okay, showing how to obtain commission. This is equal to total sales times commission rate. So ibig sabihin, itong dalawang yan to ang magkatabi sa baba. So TS and then CR. So total sales times CR or commission rate should be equal to commission. So CTS CR. Oh, CTS CR. So kung nasa office ka ng ICTS, go to the CR. Joke lang. So CTS CR para may recall lang tayo. Okay. O isa pa daw po para sa okay, sige, sure. Meron ba tayo dito sa learning task natin? Okay, yes. We have here the third table, so learning task 1, 2 items. So sagutin natin yung number 7. Okay. Number 7. So we have total sales amounting to 15,000 pesos and the rate of commission ay 5%. So commission lang ang hinahanap. So medyo konti lang ang columns. Wala silang pinipinigay na column for sale proceeds. Okay, so solve natin yan. So again, the triangle is CTS-CR. So CTS-CR. So for number 7, total sales is 15,000 pesos. While the rate of commission or can also be termed as commission rate ay 5%. Yeah. So what is, okay, the commission or how much is the commission? 5% and then 15,000 are the given quantities. And they are the commission rate and total sales respectively. So how do we compute for the C? So this triangle should give us the equation. So C should be equal to TS times CR, kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina. So C equals TS times CR. So simple multiplication, 15,000 times 5%. And 5% is equal to the decimal 0.05. Ayan. So your answers, 750 pesos ang common answer natin sa comment box. Are you correct? Let's see. So I can consider this as 15,000 since it's a whole number and yung 5 dito ay multiply ko doon. So 15,000 times 5 is 75,000. But again, kagaya tinuro ni Tutor Joshua kanina or Teacher Joshua, kapag meron tayong factor na may decimal places, dapat nare-reflect din yun sa product. So kapag walang decimal point, ibig sabihin it's a whole number and it should be on the right side of the first digit. On the right. So, move natin yan 2 places to the right kasi, to the left, I mean. We have 2 decimal places factors natin. So, 1, 2. So, 750 pesos. Yes, tama ang mga sumagot ng 750 pesos. Okay, very good. Okay, so we're done with commission. So, this is the triangle for the relationship of these 3 variables. Let's proceed naman sa simple interest. Okay? Kasi pagdating ng, I think, grade 11 or 12, meron tayong tinatawag na compound interest. Okay, so simple interest. So saan ba na-a-apply ang concept ng simple interest? Yan. So syempre yung mga teachers dyan nakaka-relate kasi, okay, alam nyo na. Alright, so anyway, so simple interest. So ibig sabihin, pag sinabing simple, hindi siya nagko-compound. Okay? Pilosopo ba yan? Hindi ko alam. So, simple interest. Ibig lang sabihin yan, yung interest, okay, bigay ko yung formula, ay nako-compute by multiplying the following quantities. So, I will give the equation using the variables I, P, R, and T. So, I is the interest, which is the simple interest, while P is the principal. Pag sinabing principal, dito yung sa school ha. Pag sinabing principal, yan yung amount, okay, na inutang mo or dineposit mo. Kasi ang simple interest could be applied sa pagdeposito or paghihiram sa bangko. So, P is principal and then R is the rate. So, involved din with ang rate, which is in percent, usually. And then T is time. Okay? So, ang time should also always be expressed in years. Okay? Kapag nag-compute tayo ng simple interest. Okay? So, I equals PRT. So, we can still create a triangle for this. And kaso lang, darami na ang ating borders sa baba. So, borders tawag natin. So, this is I, this is P, this is R, this is T. So, again, pinagtatabi natin yung mga quantities that are multiplied to obtain the other quantity. So, this just means that I is equal to P times R times T. So, ibig sabihin, principal should be equal to interest over the product of rate and time, and so on and so forth. So, this triangle will help us solve problems related to simple interest. So, let's apply this triangle sa example problem natin. I think there is also an example sa pivot module natin, page 19. Okay, so page 19. Yan. So, nalaktakan ko pala yung isa kanina. So, babalikan natin mamaya yung sales tax. Okay. So, Mr. Lazo, si Mr. Lazo, famous sa pivot na ito, hindi ko alam kung bakit. So, si Mr. Lazo opens a savings account in commercial bank where the money earns 1.8. Oh, there should be a percent symbol dyan. Nakalimut lang. 1.8% interest per year. Okay? If he has 9,500 pesos in his savings account, how much interest will his money earn in 1 year? So, we have the next quantity, which is 9,500 pesos, and yung 1 or 1 year. Okay. So, natural, okay, ang 1.8% ay yung interest rate or the variable R. The value of the variable R in this example. Ang 9,500, yan yung dineposit niya. So that should be, okay, considered as the principal amount or the variable P. The value of the variable P. And yung 1 dito, this is 1 year. Sabihin niyan yung magiging value ng P. Okay? So let's say hindi 1 year lang ang binanggit doon. 1 year and 3 months. So kapag 1 year and 3 months, so we should still express this in terms of year. So sige nga, ilang years ang 1 year and 3 months? Do not say na 1.3 ha. Okay, this is wrong. 1 year and 3 months is equal to how many years? Of course, it should be less than 2 years. So I'm expecting a decimal answer. Who can give me the decimal answer? 1 year and 3 months is equal to how many years? Okay, so this is equal to 1 and 3 over 12. Kasi i-express natin yung months as a fraction of year. Okay, sa isang year may 12 months. So ibig sabihin yung 3 months is 3 over 12 of a year. Or, tinulungan tayong teacher Mark kanina or tutor Mark. Ano ang simplest form ng 3 over 12? It is 1/4. So, 1 and 1/4. Ang 1/4 sa decimal ay, okay, tama naman si Miss Helen Sailchete ulit. Ayan. So, I think it's the second time I mentioned your name, ma'am. So, you're correct. So, 1.25. So, this is what we have to use. Okay, for the value of T kapag may gansal, kumbaga. So, this is how you compute for or express it in terms of year. Now, let's go back to the problem. So, magkano daw yung kikitaing interest, okay, nung kanyang dineposit na 9,500 pesos sa bangko. So, since we are looking for the value of I, yan. So, we will simply cover the variable I sa triangle natin and we can see naman na yung magkakatabi, okay, are on the same level. Ibig sabihin, we have to multiply. The only time na makakapag-divide tayo ay kapag nag-cover tayo tapos mayroong mga quantities na are not of the same level. May nasa taas, may nasa baba. So, interest again is equal to P times R times T. So, therefore, the interest that the principal amount, okay, or the amount that he deposited should earn, okay, this much. So 9,500 times the rate, which is 1.8%, times the time, which is just 1. Okay. So this can be rewritten as 9,500 times, okay, what is 1.8% in decimal? Anyone? What is 1.8% in decimal form? Okay, may naman nakapag-compute na. Let's see, Ma'am Helen, kung tama yung magiging yung sagot mo kanina, na 213.75. So what is 1.8% in decimal? Okay, so it should be 1.08 and then times 1. Or you might want to exclude na yung times 1 kasi multiplying by 1 will just mean getting the same result. So, 9,500 na lang times 1.08. Ay, tama ba ako? Parang mali ako, no? Wait lang. Okay, so na-realize yung mali ako. 1.8%. Hindi siya 1.08, sorry. Okay, so 1.8%. So, when we remove the percent symbol, it should be equivalent to moving the decimal place, decimal point 2 places to the left. So, 1, 2. So, 0.018. Tama si Avi Zapanta. Okay, so tama. So, times 0. Okay, we can include 0 naman before the decimal point. 0.18. Okay, so using your calculator, we can compute, okay, 9,500 times 0.018. So 100, okay, ano sunagot natin? 171. Tama si Ma'am Rebecca Salva Tanalgo. So, yun ang magiging interest. So 171 pesos. So yun yung kikitain nung pera niya na dideposito niya sa bangko for a year. So tama din si Bergunio Mix. Okay. So let's have another example. Okay, so I think meron tayong example dito sa learning task 2, number 10. So this time, hindi na pag-deposit. Na-apply din ang interest sa problem relating to borrowing money or pag-apply ng loan. So, Mrs. Conchita borrowed 20,000 pesos at 3.5% interest for 1 year. Okay, what was the total amount she paid at the end of the 1-year term? So again, ilista muna natin yung mga given information and then we decide kung ano yung magiging ating working equation. So, we have the amount 20,000. Okay, ito yung inutang niya. So, this amount that she borrowed will refer to, okay, the value of P, the principal amount. Again, pag principal, yan yung in-deposit mo or inutang mo. Okay? Next. So, yung 3.5 doon, the percent, should be, of course, the rate. And this time, again, 1 year lang. Okay? So, time. So, ang hinahanap dyan ay interest ulit. Hindi. Total amount he paid at the end of the 1-year term. 1-year term. Ibig sabihin, yung principal plus interest. So, kumbaga yun yung magiging amount due niya. Or, wait lang, straight ko na. Amount due. Or amount due. So, when you borrow, of course, you pay the principal plus the interest. So, principal plus interest. Okay? So, AD equals P plus I. Okay. So, we have to determine muna magkano yung interest. Okay? Na na-generate no principal amount na 20,000 may charge ng 3.5% interest. Okay. So, for the interest, we have to multiply P, R, and T again. So, 20,000 times 3.5% times 1 or times 1 nga ulit yan, you can just multiply these two quantities. So, 20,000 times 3.5%. So, in symbols, we have 20,000 times 3.5%, okay, should be written in decimal form as, okay, 1, 2, so 0.035. Yeah. So, I think the answer should start with 7. Tama yung nakikita ko mga may 7. So, kasi 35 times 2 should be 70. So, if we're going to consider this as 35, so 35 times 20,000 should be 70 and then followed by 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yan. Kaso lang, dahil nga, we have 3 decimal places sa ating isang factor that should be reflected in the product. So, 1, 2, 3. So, tama yung mga sumagot na 700. So, you're very good. So, 700 pesos. So, ibig sabihin, bukod sa principal amount, yung amount na inutang niya, okay, she should also pay, okay, extra of 700 pesos or plus 700 pesos. So you have the equation, amount due equals principal amount, 20,000 plus 700 pesos. So the final answer is, okay, tama si Sofia Nish Bagasan. Ang babayaran ay 20,700 pesos or 0.00. Okay, so we proceed to the next one, which is sales tax. Okay, this will be the last one. That's our concluding discussion for today's episode. So, bibilisan natin. Sales tax. So, we are familiar sa VAT, tama? Or value-added tax. I think, sa amin kasi dito, starting next month, magkakaroon ng 12% VAT ang bill ng tubig namin. So, for example, normally, ang binabayaran namin na bill ay 200 pesos. So, if, for example, hindi pa ito kasama yung, dati kasi 10% lang ang value-added tax. So, if there will be an additional 2%, or kung wala pa rin 10% dito, ibig sabihin, you will increase this amount by 12%. So, sa sales tax, ano yung mga quantities involved? We can see sa page 19. Okay? So, we have sales tax equals total amount of products or services availed times sales tax day. Okay? So we have the triangle sales tax or SP over, okay, yung magkatabi sa baba ay total amount of product or services availed na vatable or taxable and STR or sales tax rate. So this will be my example. Okay? 200 pesos yung total amount of the service or product. Kasi ito yung na-generate the bill for water consumption. So, if there will be a 12%, okay, VAT, okay, how much in all should we pay? Okay? So that will give us the total amount to be paid. So, 20,000 times 12%. So, when we multiply these two, we'll get pa lang the sales tax. Okay? So, sales tax, okay, as reflected here is equal to, okay, total amount of product services times sales tax rate. Okay, and we multiply 200 pesos by 12% or 0.12, 0.12. So we should get, okay, 200 times 0.12 should be, 200 times 0.12 should be 24. So ibig sabihin, ang 24 pesos, yun yung sales tax na kailangan ding idagdag sa bill namin. So 24 pesos plus, okay, 200. So the total amount to be paid is 224. So ganun ang prinsipyo ng pag-charge ng value-added tax. Okay, so hopefully marami kayong natutuhan. So kung marami kayong natutuhan, please share this, yung may iwang video mamaya sa FB Live at sa YouTube account ng EdTech Unit. So I'll see you again next Friday, learners and household partners and teachers. Have a nice day or have a nice weekend. Thank you.
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETULay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan sa Lunes mula 1:00 ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETULay free online tutorial session sa Science. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETULay tutorial session sa DepEd EdTech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!